Why, hello there, friends, and welcome to Celestial Crossing, developed and published by Tawaku Studios. I hope I'm saying that right. Probably not, because I'm really bad at saying things. This was a game that was greenlit not too long ago and finally got released. I've been excited to play it just because the premise sounds so interesting. The fact that as the main character you play a video game, but through random events and random whatever happenings, your in-game character gets in the real world, and we get to see how that transpires. And I'm super excited. So we're gonna jump in here. Oh man. Ugh! Clang! Crash. A demon voice groans in pain, and a woman calls out, "Hold on, hold on. Should have probably fixed this ahead of time." Whoop! There we go. Alright, back in business.
Damn it, Hikaru, what are you doing? Counting the cracks in the fucking ceiling?
Also, I forgot to mention, there is voice acting. I blink, surprised. I take in the scene in front of me. Nerith, the elven warlock at my side, is facing off against two snarling minotaurs. Her short sword looks pathetically puny where it clashes against their heavy broadaxes, and a bolt of fear shoots through me. Without questioning how I found myself in this situation, I feel my body moving automatically. I'm obviously gonna use a spell. Pfft. My fingers fly through the motions of a familiar spell, and I mumble the incantation. I wait for the warmth of fire to spread from my outreached fingers. A weak jet of flame bursts from my hands, arcing through the air until it splashes against the arm of the nearest minotaur. I like how it mentioned weak. You weakling! It grunts in mild discomfort. Frustration begins to settle in until... What the hell? What's going on with my magics? At least I succeeded in getting its attention off of Nerith.
Done being useless yet?
Nope. She shoots the question over her shoulder as she swipes her sword over the eyes of the other minotaur, blinding it. Something's wrong with my magic. I must be out of mana or something. I don't know. The minotaur seems to decide that I am too annoying to live, and abandons its tussle with Nerith to shamble my way instead. Oh hell. Her hands wave through the complicated motions of a spell, and when she expels her breath, a cloud of icy vapor pours over the monsters, freezing them into two solid statues. Before I can do anything more than panic, Nerith leaps into action. Then, with complete nonchalance, she kicks one over, shattering it into several large pieces. Because minotaurs, there are bits everywhere, and the dead minotaur's arm skitters over to the land next to my foot. Nausea rolls in my stomach, and I try to focus on what Nerith is saying to distract myself. Hi.
Such a damn waste. All that pretty loot. All because you decided to do nothing but waste air on this mission.
I helped? Question mark? After toppling over the second statue and looking sadly at the shattered remains of her loot, she glares over at me. Oh god. I can't help but quail a little. She's pretty damn terrifying when she's pissed. She sounds like she's always pissed. I'm not sure what happened. I look down and suddenly she interrupts in a carefully disinterested tone.
You alright?
Oh, seems crazy that I didn't notice sooner, but there is a slowly spreading blood stain just above my stomach. I look down. Not feeling pain. That's a bad thing, right? The sight is almost as alarming as the realization that it doesn't hurt at all. What the? I don't remember getting this.
Well, what did you expect, showing up dressed like that? Idiot.
The hell are you talking about? Why are you wanting to talk? It all suddenly becomes clear. I'm wearing my school uniform. What? I shouldn't be here. I can't be here. Nerith is me in the game. Oh, okay. What?
And how was your nap, Azumi-san?
Oh my, you are a lovely lady. Hold on. This voice acting. I gotta turn this up. Alright, there we go. Now we're in business. The entire class is laughing so hard, I fantasized briefly about vanishing into the floor. The worst part of it is embarrassing myself in front of Agano-sensei, though. This isn't quite as bad as the time I fell asleep and had a dirty dream about her in the middle of class, and at least there's no drool.
Go stand in the hallway, Azumi. I will deal with you in a minute.
Damn it all to hell! I feel my face flush with humiliation as I wake the walk of shame through the classroom, trying my best to ignore the snickers and the giggles of these little asshole students. It's a small relief to shut the door behind me, but I hate that Agano-sensei is disappointed in me. Again. Especially since the nap really wasn't worth the embarrassment. What a lame dream. Fighting side by side my game character, and failing at it? Even in my imagination, I'm a fucking loser. Thinking back to battle, I can easily place the setting, now that I'm not asleep. It looked like the final level before the end of the Lich Lord quest. Maybe I'm subconsciously trying to remind myself that I need to max out her level before the expansion gets released. And as it always is, thinking about Celestial Crossing is the metaphorical balm of my soul. Crossing Con is coming up too. I need to at least grind through the Lich Lord Keep and maybe the forest to...
Keep falling asleep in my class again.
I can't help it. Sorry. My automatic reaction is to squeak out her name, but it just comes out something like...
If you spent more time at home sleeping properly and less time playing games, maybe we wouldn't have to have this little chat once a week.
I've been told this before. Yes, ma'am. Her gaze is stern at first, but as she sighs, the wind seems to go out of her.
Honestly, Azumi-san, it's not as though you're a bad student when you apply yourself. I know your father isn't home, but I need you to try harder.
My face heats up and I hang my head like an idiot. Oh. At 18 years of age, I'm way too old to be falling asleep in class all the time, barely passing all my subjects. I have never once fell asleep in class. I know it's a thing that happens, but just why? Why? I know this. If only it was easy to level up in real life as it is in the game. It's hard not to drift back into a daydream as she scolds me, but I manage not to. The rest of the day seems to pass by in a fog of sleepiness amid the judgmental stares of my classmates. The walk home is peaceful by comparison. I'm close to the apartment complex I live in when I see a familiar head turn the adjacent corner.
Oh, hey, Hikaru-kun, heading home?
Yes, we're meeting all these characters, man. Aw, you are just the most adorable. Why do I blush every time she so much looks at me? 'Cause look at her! She's gorgeous! Yeah, I just got out of school. Of course she knows that. The time of day and the uniform make it fairly obvious. You stupid fucking idiot. Time to deflect. Deflect! You went grocery shopping? I motion lamely toward the plastic bag she's holding. They look a little heavy. Aw, you better help. By some miracle, she actually smiles.
Uh-huh, I got some ingredients to make dinner tonight.
She laughs slightly before giving me a mock-angry look.
It figures that we'd bump into each other when I have food. It seems like the only time you ever see me is when I'm trying to feed you.
Well, listen, it's by coincidence, not that it's actually... Sorry, Mika-chan. She throws her elbow playfully at my midsection. I almost said misdirection. That wouldn't have made any sense. It takes all of my willpower not to grunt like a little sissy. She's completely wrong, of course. In the entire span of time we've known each other as next-door neighbors, I don't think I've sought her out once. In fact, up until my mother passed away, I got the sense that she didn't even like me. She stopped coming over to play when she entered junior high school, 2 years ahead of me. It wasn't hard to figure out that she probably didn't want a little kid hanging around with her older friends. When Mom passed, though, she started showing up again, mostly with food, but also sometimes just to make sure I was taking care of myself. Man, I already have a depressing life. Mom's gone, Mom's passed away. Dad's gone.
Hikaru-kun, can you please try to be a little more comfortable with me? We've known each other since we were practically in diapers. Actually, do you think I could walk home with you? I wouldn't mind some company.
Neither would I. I feel the skin under my collar go hot. I've always been in love with her, of course. but with her looks and the fact she's already dating real men at the university, I have less than a snowball's chance in hell. I'm pretty sure I nod or something because Mika continues smiling and falls into step beside me. The silence that falls between us is painfully awkward. I feel myself start to sweat a little as we pass by the park and a couple of houses. There are still a good 2 or 3 blocks before we make it home, and I have no idea how to entertain her. Oh man. Oh, you gotta be a man. You gotta offer to carry those bags. Say, those look heavy. I could carry them for you if you want.
Oh, sure.
Yes! God damn, I'm good. She looks pleasantly surprised at my offer, and I feel an unfamiliar surge of confidence. I reach out and take hold of the groceries. They're a little heavier than I anticipated, but I am gonna force my muscles to relax and not look like I'm straining too hard to carry them. I asked the question before I really think about it. So, what'd you get?
You're being unusually assertive today.
Oh. She looks quietly amused for a minute, like she's laughing at some inner joke, before casually moving on.
I bought some extra things to make your favorite, beef stew.
Oh, and she was thinking of me. Oh, my favorite? Mika rolls her eyes.
Yes, your favorite. It's been a while since I cooked for you last, hasn't it?
A warm feeling rises in my chest, and I look down at her. Cooking for a guy is a girlfriend thing, isn't it?
And let's face it, you could use the extra calories. When was the last time you ate something that didn't come out of a styrofoam cup?
Probably about 5 months ago. The warm feeling drops back down to my stomach where it belongs. Snowball's chance in hell. Remember? God damn it. When we reach the apartments and head up to the 3rd floor where we live, I start puffing by the 2nd landing. But if she notices, she's kind enough not to pretend to not to notice.
Thanks for your help, Hikaru-kun. I'll come over later when the food's ready, okay?
Alright, I'll probably be playing my game. She takes the bags from me and her fingers accidentally brush against mine. Oh, the anime moment. Oh. The innocent contact sends a shiver through me, and by the time she smiles sweetly in thanks, I'm ready to flee back to the lonely, quiet lair I call home. I unlock and enter the apartment, placing my shoes on the rack by the door. Ooh, I like this snazzy room. Look at that poster, Zombie Massacre. God. Home sweet home. My voice sounds small and depressed. Like me. All the time. That's how my voice is. Time to log in and some hours into Celestial Crossing before anything else happens to remind me how pathetic I am. Hours later, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Mika's beef stew is a distant memory now, and the empty dishes are stacked on top of the incompleted homework assignment I should really get started working on. I glance at the clock and realize it's already midnight. God damn. Ugh, I'm gonna fall asleep in class again. It's hard to feel upset about it while staring at Nerd's character screen, where the word Max stares back at me in big green letters over the player level. Like how that's just a thing, just Max, that's your level. Happy that I've achieved my goals for the day, I save and log off. I realize belatedly that I'm still wearing my uniform when I topple on top of the covers to get some shut-eye. Ah, fuck it. Agano-sensei will overlook a wrinkled uniform if she can get me to stay awake for the whole day. For once. With that final thought in mind, I feel myself drift peacefully into slumber. My dreams decide to pick up right where they left off. Oh.
You better be okay now, useless.
Oh, okay. Instead of reacting to the new nickname, I'm pretty sure I've earned it at this point, I place a hand on the fully healed wound above my stomach.
That was my last healing spell, so if we get mortally injured by the Lich, we're shit out of luck.
She delivers a quick, perfunctory smack to my shoulder and sneers.
Don't make me regret it.
Listen, I'm a person. She shoulders her weapon and leads the way toward a set of stairs that spirals down to the lower level of the keep. I follow, wondering why the layout of the corridor feels so hauntingly familiar. It hits me that I'm dreaming. I'm lucid, but this is definitely a dream. As we continue to trek downward, the details come to me slowly, as if I were dragging a waterlogged boat from the bottom of a lake. We enter a short dark corridor that ends in a portal of swirling purple energy. Nerith approaches it fearlessly, even as the final piece snaps into place with my memory. Game. I'm in the game. This is the final level of the Lich Lord's Keep, right before the boss, which means we're about to walk through the portal, right into the veritable minefield of magical traps. Nerith is almost within reach, and she gives me a strange look as the two of us pass through the portal. No! There's no turning back. Why didn't you warn her? And if either of us take another step, we're going to end up as a smear of charcoal on the floor. Oh hell, I'd pull her back, man. I reach out in a blind panic and snatch at Nerith's arm, ready to yank her out of harm's way. Nerith, however, is having none of it. Not used to being manhandled, she fights against my grip, squawking in outrage.
Hands off, useless!
I'm trying to help you! I failed to take into account how much stronger than me she actually is. With a final triumphant jerk, she shakes me off, and the momentum carries her that last fateful step into the hallway. We both freeze at the anonymous click of the trap triggering. Flames and dark magic shoot out from every conceivable surface, blinding us. Echoing laughter is the last thing we hear as the corridor goes black. We don't even have time to scream. Oh. I wake up gasping like a fish out of water. I can still taste smoke in my mouth. Feel magic tendrils crawling along my skin. And then I feel the unmistakable prick of a sharp metal edge against my throat. Oh, God.
What have you done?
I didn't do anything. What are you doing? Attached to the blade is a shaky, purplish gray arm. Attached to that arm is one seriously pissed off elven warlock. Oh my God. I wanted to shake my head in disbelief, but even my shocked mind realizes that I don't want to accidentally decapitate myself. Impossible, my mind screams. I'm still dreaming. I have to be. But I don't flatter myself that my imagination could come up with these kind of details. The way her badly singed clothes are hanging from her body in tatters, barely concealing the important bits, and still smoking from the fires in the dream. The way her eyes dart around the room like a cornered animal. I'm about to ask her how she, a character I created for a fictional game, came to be standing in my bedroom when she suddenly speaks, beating me to the punch.
Send me back right now, or I swear I will gut you where you stand.
Then you might as well gut me, because I can't. Her threat echoes throughout the silence of the apartment. A slightly hysterical laugh bubbles up, but I manage to quash it before it can piss off the elf any further. Because could you imagine you're in this situation and you just start like just laughing crazily? I realize I need to defuse the situation, preferably before something messy happens, and open my mouth to speak. Well, I'm not really standing, so... My voice comes out in a weak, whimpery tone. Perfect, got it! That would be embarrassing if I wasn't completely scared shitless.
Oh, my mistake. Maybe I'll just disembowel you and wear your innards as a necklace instead.
Oh, I feel my skin go cold at the deadly promise in her eyes. She applies pressure to the blade at my throat, but not enough to actually break the skin. Yet. I chose my next words very carefully, since I know there's a good likelihood they could be my last. Trying to convince her of her innocent... oh, God. If it were me, I'd probably try to explain the situation calmly. That'd be me, straight up. Okay, I know you have no reason to believe me, since your life is on the line, but I swear I have no idea how you got here. Nerith's eyes narrow into angry slits, and she makes a noise at me that could only be described as a hiss. Listen, I was asleep in my dream, and we were in the Lich Lord's Keep. We set off a trap, and now you're here somehow.
A dream? You expect me to believe that?
You come from a world where magic fucking exists. I would hope you would. Her arm tenses, and I half expect her to lop my head off just out of spite. Consequences and lack of answers be damned.
You think I can't recognize evil magic when I see it?
Well, look around. Does any of this stuff look familiar to you? If I had something against you, wouldn't I just kill you outright? If I was trying to trap you here, why would I place myself within swinging range of your sword? Nerith continues to glare, but the tip of her weapon wavers against my skin. Thank Kami, logic is winning. From what I can guess, you've somehow crossed over from your game into my world. Her sword arm drops completely at my words. She frowns in consternation, but the wind seems to have gone out of her sails. Feeling a little safer, I finally stop fighting my gaze from straying downwards. Because, and in my world, women usually wear more clothes. This non sequitur is apparently just a push too far.
Fucking shit!
With a wild swing, Nara demolishes the wooden headboard of my bed, taking off a good-sized chunk of the mattress with it. Before I can so much as squeak, she takes out the chair in front of my desk next, roasting it to the cinder with her magic, which I'm alarmed to note works very fine in the real world. Oh hell. Scared that I might get caught in an unlucky backswing, either by design or accident, I force myself to speak once more. I'll listen. I'll send you back as soon as you can. As soon as I can, I swear. This finally gets her attention. Either that or she's worked through her anger enough to see reason again. She looks up and clenches her jaw. Beneath her bluster, I can see that she's uneasy. I wouldn't go as far as to call her scared, but she definitely looks uncertain. We'll figure this out, okay? If you were able to come here, then there should be a way back too, right? I wait until she nods once, gruffly. Good. In the meantime, I guess you can stay here with me. She gives me a hard, condescending look that makes it clear that this was never in question. This is so weird, because he made this character, so that's like this is like himself, sort of, in a way. A part of himself, at least. In one smooth movement, she sheathes her weapon and takes a seat on the partially destroyed bed next to me.
Fine. I believe you.
Yes! She crosses her arms huffily, looking extremely put out. The action draws my attention down to her chest, unfortunately, and I look away with a blush. Good. So I'll just find you some clothes to wear and...
Don't be an idiot. Where can I get some replacement armor?
Nowhere. There's no armor here. I mean, people don't wear armor in this world unless it's cosplay or something. And even then, it's cheap, flimsy material that's only meant to look good. Wait, what are you doing? Nara strides confidently to the sliding glass door that leads to my apartment balcony before I even finish speaking. She steps out and leans over the rail, looking at the ground below.
Where do those lead?
She points at the other balconies lining the side of the apartment building. I blink in confusion. What is she planning exactly? Can't it wait till morning? Those are glass doors that lead into other people's apartments. They're homes, like this one. She nods curtly, seeming to come to a decision. This is all the warning I get before she launches herself over the side of the railing onto one of the balconies adjacent to mine. I feel my jaw drop in horror as she casually slides the door open and lets herself into the stranger's apartment. Oh my god.